Okay, so today I'm attempting to take this paint off. I'm assuming it's sandstone surround, window surround. This bit on the right I've done previously and I've got it back to the actual stone. This paint is really stubborn and I've been searching online all different techniques to get it off. I've kind of been experimenting with three types. The first is concentrated caustic soda with wallpaper paste with water. Be careful with this stuff because it really burns. But to be honest, that doesn't really seem to touch the paint. It kind of bubbles it slightly, but doesn't really get in there. Another scraper, which with a kind of sharp razor type blade, is quite good for getting the paint off. And then got an angle grinder with a paint stripping disc, which is kind of like coral. You've got to be really careful with that because it can really bite into the stone, and so you've got to really watch how you go with that. As you can see, there's a few rivulets there where the disc is cut in. But I'm no expert, I'm just experimenting really, and what I don't know is that once you take off the top layer, whether you need to like polish this, or because it loses its original kind of finish, its patina, I don't know if you need to polish that or not. It can just be left. These works are part of a wider renovation of a 1930s house. That's one I did earlier. Here's one I did earlier. As you can see, we've been kind of doing all the cast iron guttering. Crittall windows have been taken out, re-welded, sort of welded in donor pieces, and they've been refitted. Had to buy quite a few new window frames because the old ones were rotted out, but those ones we kind of managed to get away with sanding and filling, painting, but these have been completely replaced. New window frame, just took out the old Crittall window, kind of blowtorched it, got all the old paint off, cleaned it down. Actually saying that, no, that one was galvanised, so it didn't need a lot of work. It could just be repainted, reglazed and put back into a new frame. Yeah, and that's where I am with this house at the moment. Pebble Dash has been slowly cleaning it up, and this door, stripped all the paint off. It used to be white paint. Caustic soda was really good for that. Yeah, anyway, I'm covering a lot of topics, but today I'm trying to get the rest of this paint off, which is not the nicest of jobs. Keep you posted. So my coral pad has worn out, so I've transferred over to standard sort of diamond cutting disc, all purpose, and I've been you have to be so gentle with it on the stone, but basically you kind of brush it really gently. It takes a real steady hand. Just trying to take that paint back. I don't know what paint was used on this stone, but it basically absorbs into the sandstone. So you end up basically having to take a couple of mil of the actual stone off. That's the only way I can find of getting this paint off the stone. I think it's called dressing back, where you end up carving a bit off, but I'm getting there slowly. It's just painstaking work, and takes a lot of patience, and you've got to be so careful with it because you can just a tiny slip of the grinder and you're into the stone, as you can see there. So I'll just keep going with it, see how we get on. I forgot to mention about safety gear. You'll definitely need a mask and goggles for doing this, as a lot of old paint has a high lead content in it and you don't want to be breathing that in. So this is pretty much as far as I'm going to go with it now. As you can see, it's taken a bit of a pounding, but most of that paint is off. Back to the natural stone, which I think looks a lot nicer, but I wouldn't undertake this job lightly. Maybe I was unlucky and I had they used a special type of lime paint or something that really sank into the stone. But, went and bought another coral disc because I wasn't getting on very well with the grinder, and that's sped things up a bit. It's pretty much as far as I go. I'll probably just rinse it down with water and maybe put some kind of sealer on it. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if it's a job that's worth doing really, because once you get into the stone, kind of, you can see these pores open up. I don't know if that's good or bad. I've heard that you can buy polish for sort of limestone like this, but yeah, it's a bit of an experiment, but I think it looks better, especially when it's wet, than painted stone such as that window. So there you go. There you have it. After a quick hose down, it's the finished article. Oh, it's still got paint on it.